Pardon me? Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Let's go to that last resolution, that is number 169-2018. Consider the general fund invoices from August 1st through August 31st, 2018. We have a motion?
So moved.
Cindy Fisher, second.
I'll second.
Ron Flair. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Here, allow the record to show 5-0. Administrative reports. Can attest to the Public Works report. Did you do something?
I'll take that this month. Notable, other than routine maintenance by the department, 2 items of noteworthiness would be that our in-house paving crew paved Donato and both Donato Street and Spring Avenue. Coming up in this month on the schedule is Batista, South of Pauley, and Dover Drive. That's all I have.
Okay. Engineers report.
Yes, the board has a copy of my report dated August 27th. Just to highlight a few things, I just wanted to let the board know that it appears that Dan Ryan Homes is going to be building up in the Ridgewood Heights, Section 5. They contacted me, and they appeared to be the builder and going to take down some of the lots up there, which would start the first construction in that plan. The Muse Elementary School, McElroy Paving has made the repairs to address the paving issues, and the school zone signal has obviously been installed. We're finalizing the inspection of that signal with PennDOT, who controls those type of signals. I believe everything else other than I have Joe here tonight to talk about the bids for the demolition of the properties in use.
Good evening, Joe.
Thank you. We took bids last week on August 28th for the demolition of 30, 32, and 34 Birch Way. We had a mandatory pre-bid meeting, which had 7 contractors show up, and they all attended the bidding documents. Thank you, Chief, for sending an officer out there to help us another day. But we only received 2 bids. The first bid was from Shack Incorporated, the amount of $239,995.20. And the other one was from Lane Clearing Specialist in the amount of $244,448. Dawn and I opened the bids and were quite shocked to see the amount of the bids, since we were thinking the prices would be somewhere in the range of $80,000 to $100,000 based on similar demolition work we've done in other communities. But this project brought some uniqueness to it. First of all, we had the school zone, which limited the contractors' work, where they couldn't work between 7:30 and 9 o'clock in the morning and 2:30 and 4 p.m. each day. So that posed a challenge. Also, they had to provide traffic control using 3 flaggers, 1 in each direction and 1 on School Street. The other thing that we didn't want to do was have construction traffic on Birch Way due to the retaining wall and the narrowness of it that would possibly cause damage to it. So we restricted the contractor to use Bishop Road. So after the bids and seeing these costs, I talked to both of the contractors to get some feedback on what they thought. They were both in agreement that the restriction of the school zone was an issue, working on East Bishop was another restriction. I questioned about working on weekends, and they said, well, that wouldn't really help a lot because landfills aren't open on weekends, so it would slow down their production, and they'd have to wait until a work day to get it done. So I think that the most efficient way to complete the definition without any lane closures would be to try to find a time when school's not in session. And I listed 3 areas here, 3 time frames here in the memo. Christmas break, which was from December 21st to January 1st. That only gave them 11 calendar days. A spring break from April 17th to April 22nd, which gives them 6 calendar days. And then the other option is the summer of 2019. A couple other things that, threw out here for some modifications were to decrease the cost would be to separate the work into some phases. Maybe one phase would be the tree and vegetation removal. When there's trees along East Bishop Road that need to come down in order to have access to the site, and they become a liability to the township if they're not removed. Maybe Another phase would be to have a smaller contractor just come in and clean out the contents of the building and clean up the site. And then the third would be the structure demolition itself, just to focus on the building. Those are just some ideas. Our preference would be to have one contractor do all the work and get it all done at once. The other thing is this project's required to have prevailing wages because you're over $25,000 with the work that's being completed. So that adds another cost to the project. So, we can put the project out to bid again, or we can separate it. I'm open for suggestions, hear what the board has to say on this project.
May I hear pulse of the board?
But Joe,
Thoughts?
what if we just do a design bid where the contractors who know what they're doing, they come in and tell us, hey, here's what we'll do for this amount of money, and then we can look at it. If it's suitable, like leaving certain concrete in there, that we can say that's fine, then we let them do the spec. And then just review and approve or adjust the spec. This is out of sight. We can't consider it. They have to be rejected.
Everything we have here, Tom, we gave everybody the same scope of work to complete.
Well, I understand, this is what we got.
That's what we got.
We got to reject it flat out. It's just.
I know it's a lot of money because, in my opinion, you probably send somebody out there to appraise the property. I'm no real estate appraiser, but, the cost of this probably far exceeds what an appraiser would put on the value of the properties.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, it would be a huge improvement if you even removed the trees and vegetation around the site. It's a terrible eyesore.
Sure, no, I understand.
That's, I think, something we need to really seriously consider.
Would you?
But to Supervisor Cecil's point, why not just figure out what we are willing to spend and find out what we can get done for that? Because maybe it is more than just removing the trees and vegetation. Maybe it is doing some sort of other improvement. So maybe we need to have a conversation amongst ourselves and figure out exactly what it is we thought we wanted to spend on this,
Sure.
and then go from there.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I would agree with that.
It's to Tom's point about a performance spec. You could have different layers of, how much would it cost to take the trees down?
Yeah.
How much would it cost to do the next step, removing the contents, and then finally taking the building down?
Dan, I was talking even a step further. Let them say, here's what we'll do for you for $80,000 or whatever.
That's what I
But you have to give them some, Reginald straighten us out on this. You have to give them some basis to bid, and it's almost like you give them some sort of, we'll call it a performance specification. This is what we're looking to be done. You tell us how much it will cost, you figure it out. Is that what you're saying?
Right, let them come up with, let's tell them how to do it, let them decide, they know best, that's their business, let them tell us how they would do it for the price.
Yeah,
the work has to be done, I'm not saying that let them each bid different things.
Yeah, what if we make a list of things, break it out more into a list of things that we need to get done and have them bid on each individual item? So then we can go through and say, okay, we wanted to spend, I don't know, I'll just say $80,000 or whatever it is. We can do A, C, and F for $80,000, and that will be a huge improvement to us.
Are you going to ask this question? Are you going to tell them, here's our budget of $80,000?
No.
Okay.
We're just going to make a list. We're going to know what our budget is.
Sure.
We're going to make a list. We're going to make a list of everything that needs to be done, and then try to get as close to our budget. Get as much
The
done.
money's not in the demo work now. The money is in the landfill. You're going to have a lot of dumpsters, probably 40. That's where a lot of the money's coming in at. And Joe, we even talked that day, and Joe agreed that maybe we could leave those two big trees in the back.
Which we did.
And you said, if you don't damage all the sidewalk, you can leave it like it is.
Right.
You didn't have to pour all the sidewalk.
We left the fence up on the perimeter outside of the property, so there was some separation between the demolition properties and the remaining properties. So people would have some,
The money is at the landfill. That's where the money's coming.
So how do we break it up so that, and I guess that's our question for you.
You're going to need one contractor. It's not going to work with several contractors, I don't think.
Well, that's.
I disagree with that. We've gotten some great prices on tree removal in this township for work done here, and I'm telling you, I've lived there my whole life. You take those trees and vegetation away from that whole place, that's a huge start. And then you look at what's on the premises, somebody to come in and clean the exterior yards. I think you wouldn't be that much money.
we could structure something, vegetation, and then site removal, and then building contents removal if you want.
Yeah, Joe, I agree with Mr.
Mr.
Gizio.
Cassiola, I'm sorry, just please one moment, Cindy.
I agree with Mr. Gizio on that I think that if we do break it down like you suggested, he talked about, I think we will get better prices because it would be just a tree guy coming in, and then even hauling rubbish out. Some guys, they might salvage some things, so they might give us a better price because they'll look inside and see what they're going to salvage, and any salvage actually results in a better price.
It looks like a jungle over here. You gotta remove the vegetation and trees first.
My
Cindy?
preference would be to do more, but I agree with that, but I think we need to do more because my concern is that it's gonna grow back. We're gonna remove it, and then next year we're gonna be having a conversation about spending more money to have, because nobody's gonna maintain it. And
If
so,
you remove the trees, they're gone.
well, I mean, the vegetation.
I had 3 bids on the tree, the cheapest one was $10,000, just on the trees.
So yeah, let's
That's not bad considering it's a steep hillside like that, to hold the front lot and the back of the lot is a steep hillside, working off the state roads. I think that was a pretty good price that we're on.
That was
referred to.
chipping, leaving the chips there.
let's continue talking about it or get some emails flowing on how to handle this. There were maybe some bids that weren't sent in as well as I don't know, the possibility of a training facility for even the fire. I witnessed it in my own neighborhood where training was handled to bring down homes on Georgetown Road or Morganza for the highway.
Well, let me say this here, I've talked about, we've had discussions with demolition contractors about burning structures before they're demolished, and they become more of a hazardous material at the landfill to dispose of when it's burnt debris, which could increase the cost.
Interesting. But yet we did it for all those homes on Morganza Road and County Line.
How long ago?
It's last year. They're still doing it.
Hey,
But more than that is training
remove all the
for.
shingles and everything?
Yeah, they have to have somebody come in and check the business, or the building to see if there's asbestos involved and, other structural materials that might create a hazardous environment. It turns out to a pretty long process, but it is something that we could look at if,
As far as the things that would be removed, I mean, I was part of that process and helped the fire department and brought in pallets, and there was hay that they brought in different and blocked off the windows to make it all dark, or different training tactics that they use. But we may not have to haul that out, but they could use it to their advantage. But let's investigate.
Right off the bat, though, I'll make a motion to reject these bids and start over again.
I have a motion to reject the bids.
Second.
Second by Cindy Fisher. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Bids are rejected. Anything more?